Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to pop on and do some tarot for the Creative Collective Unconscious on this June 21st summer solstice, longest day of the year in the Western Hemisphere, shortest day of the year. The Eastern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere. You know what I mean? Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light, highest possible messages for the Creative Collective Unconscious at this time. What do we need to know? What do we need to hear? What do we need to think? What does our optimal mindset need to be in this year of our Lord 2022? That's right, broadcasting out there into the ether spheres, into the ionospheres, the stratospheres, the hemispheres. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light, highest possible messages at this time. Thank you guys for joining us. Website link below. Payment methods in the description boxes as well. Please feel free to leave a comment if you'd like a one-on-one reading. We have the Hermit card in reverse, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you're going through a personal rebirth on the home front, which is a little cause for concern because you're not really seeing the vision of things. You know that you're moving in the right direction and that you're leaving this kind of toxic poverty consciousness here. So you've done that work, but you're kind of maybe at times feeling like, where is this all going? A little bit of that kind of permanency misnomer might be creeping in here. This is this summertime energy. In particular, when Cancerian transfers to Leo in the West. And so we're in Cancerian season until July 19th, around there. So what does the future hold, Spirit? What does the future hold? Okay. A little bit of the concern is that the rest of the summer will be kind of like Bananarama. Feels as though that there is an opportunity that you're not being receptive to, which is interesting. It's almost as if you're hesitant and reticent to invest if you're not seeing the kind of demarcations of something profitable or successful. Okay. On the front of kind of processing, I think you're slowly releasing and starting to see why things couldn't have worked in the past. There will be a time for correction if the right person is met. You may have a little bit of an unorthodox approach, which is good. It's conducive, I should say, for newness. Okay, it sounds like you're wavering from extremes. I do see change, though. Could be change in the living situation, or it still feels as though you're still resonating and wavering in the past. Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting that you're necessarily chomping at the bit to extend or invest or offer. Some would view that as kind of being stuck or stubborn or stingy, but you're very precise because your vision is very kind of clear. You know what you're looking for, you know what your expectation is. I think your expectation is someone of the Empress, someone who doesn't like gloss and miss over things. And I think because of that kind of particularness, I mean, you are only going to like really settle for what feels right, you know? And if that requires like a lot of space, then so be it. Yeah, I mean, with this methodology, you're bound to weed out any nonsense and inevitably find that Empress. That Empress is close because you're rejecting everything that is not suitable to you just by your nature. So in fact, the more that this doesn't work, actually the better the sign, because you know that means that you're getting close to what your heart desires, frequentially, energetically. I mean, we don't really operate in time. We try not to. As spiritual beings, ideally, we, the royal we. But any clue, Spirit, as to when this will happen, this union? Is it going to be this year? Yes or no? And then we can narrow it. Yeah, I mean, King Pentacle in the upright, yes. Okay, what season are we feeling for? We'll go backwards. Are we talking winter? Are we talking fall? Are we talking summer? Okay, summer might be for healing. I do see the King of Wands here. That's more so of a fall energy. King of Wands might even be attracting a Cancerian or Leo spirit. Is that true? Yes. Okay. I see Leo energy on fleek here coming for you. Might be very unexpected, but actually I see both Cancerian and Leo energy coming in. It might be that you have your eye dead set on a Cancerian. Okay, not to worry. I still feel as though, like, if you're feeling stretched, if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling those feelings of, okay, where's this going? Anything else on the Cancerian Leo, by the way? Okay, Queen of Wands. Very nice, very nice. Pisces, Aries energy overlooking, and there is a matching compatible couple here, so please feel free to play the role accordingly. We got Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Leo on deck. This is a couple. Two of Cup, and this is off the backdrop of, remember, Divine Empress Emperor energy here. So not necessarily something that you could help pull in, help manifest. It's more of a timetable game with the Pentacle here. Anything else? This is kind of spicy. This is exciting, really. I mean, the masculine and the feminine are here, and they're here doubly with the Cancerian Leo. Anything more to the clue of this Leo energy? Are we talking Leo, or more so Cancerian. Okay. Of course, Leo is coming out for the fun party time. Cancerian is coming out for the more protective, defensive nature. It's very mirror image, right? So when I'm asking for Leo, the Cancer sign wants to come out. When I'm asking for Cancer, the Leo sign wants to come out. Okay. Could be a Leo or Cancer moon union here. But I feel as though Cancer and Leo are mirroring each other here. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, there's definitely some sort of entanglement here. Okay, not to get bogged down with the subjectivity, not to get bogged down with a certain semblance of imbalance here. Anything else with this interesting dynamic that we're seeing here between a lot of Cancer, Leo here? Anything, Spirit? Okay, traveler energy, page, fire sign energy. Okay, could be a Leo wants to present you something, an offer. Get about an offer, you can't refuse. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Yeah, Leo all over the deck here. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, I think that there might be something coming with a Leo here. Traveling, a lot of traveling energy. Could be a Leo traveling from far off. Maybe even someone that you know from work, with the Eight of Pentacles here. Maybe someone that you can work well with, you can build with. Very nice. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, since there is like a death processing right now, things could really feel imbalanced. Just on the human plane. I do really feel like an incoming energy though. Okay, do we want to look at finances? Well, if anybody wants to jump in the room, ask for a live one-on-one reading. I'm currently signed on to my other channels. Spirit, any more messages? Any more messages, Spirit? Anything else that we could do to trigger our wildest hopes and dreams? Anything else that we could do to trigger our wildest hopes and dreams? Anything else we can do to help pull in all of our blessings, financial and relational victories, spiritual victories? Anything else that we could do, Spirit? Anything else exciting, fun that we could do? Okay, put down the workload. Put down the idea of work. Okay, all work, no play. Makes Johnny a dull boy. There could be just some imbalances in regards to how much you feel that you're working. It could be that you feel as though you're missing the bigger picture. There might be some work imbalance here. What could we do until then? What could we do until then? I think there's just an emphasis on, trying to incorporate as much play as you can. That makes sense. I'm getting that there's certain things that you can't manifest. There has to be some sort of like cross section between you feeling like cooked, like almost desperate enough to like act out of sorts. Not that I'm like encouraging desperation, but there has to be some sort of intersection, and it's a good gauge of how you know like what you're willing to do, or if you're looking for a relationship or even a job. Like, chances are your current scenario or setup or situation is just a reflection of what you're willing to tolerate. So, you really can't beat yourself up about that if you're not willing to do something else, because you've strategically kind of positioned yourself in this way, whether you would agree to it or not. But a part of you knows and hearkens to the fact that there's something more. There's more than this, this phase or this chapter or this level of your life. And it's almost as if like while you're kind of waiting your time, maybe even a little bit in hermit mode, in between mode, you're almost wondering, it's like when you're in an elevator, it's like you don't question when you're in the elevator. You know where you're going, you know what your vision is, you know where you're headed. It's just that when so much time passes, then that's what really begins to test and challenge, what you're really in it for and what you're really wanting. So that's kind of what I'm getting more so than anything. Is there anything else, Spirit? Is there anything else, Spirit? Could be some signs of ascension energy, feeling as though, your direction is a little misplaced. But I do continuously get this sense of like refinement, right? That even despite, whatever you think may be missing or lacking, time is seasoning you. Time is cooking you. And there is something incomplete. One thing as to the incomplete, learning lessons about emotional independence here, really fighting for it. This is the work, this is the sacrifice that you have to do. You really feel as though that you are in a position where you are making sacrifices. And I think that this is the incomplete cycle so far, is that you really did commit yourself to fighting for this freedom. But if that means sacrificing a certain season of your life, then you are like, so be it. Because you feel as though that, yep, wow, that this is going to be worth it. It's almost as if you're spending like the next however many months to set yourself up for the next fucking lifetime within this lifetime. This is fucking union of emperor and empress. This is like the real deal holy field. And so you are doing it. then you really are like, you committed yourself. You're like, I am not going to settle for less. I am not going to settle for these kind of like lighthearted connections where I'm just kind of dripping value off. And what's happening unbeknownst to you is the time that you're doing, so to speak, is increasing your value. It's increasing your worth. It's making those that have been away make you think, I wonder what that person's doing. I wonder what that person's into. I wonder what that person's up to. And the reason why is because you're on some like next level, some other shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're really kind of living that journey. You're really living that depth. And instead of like risking, falling off in some way, it's almost as if you're teleporting from point A to point Z. Working smarter instead of harder. And yes, the smarter work may even require that you be patient. It may even require that you, maybe, dare I say, sacrifice a little bit of the thrill. But it's proven to be well worth it. Because you committed, you threw the gauntlet down with this world card in the reverse. You casted that spell. As above, so below, right? You're like, I know there's quality out there, but in order to do that, I got to go here. I got to go into the kind of spiritual ISO mode, a la like Kobe. And what's happening is you're really fighting for it. And a lot of that means fighting against the parade, fighting against the crowd, fighting against trends. And it's like you could be above ground and compromise your values, or you could be below ground and sacrifice a couple seasons of your life. And you're like, bitch, I was raised in the dark. I was grown in the dark. I didn't even know the light until I became a man. And even by then, it was blinding. And so you're willing to sit and wait for what you know is not only right, is not only true, but is meant for you at this divine timing, and how sweet it will be. That sweet, sweet toe in the sweet, sweet waters, because you saying, hey, back up. I'm going to hold pole position for the real deal Holyfield means you're calling in your emperor, you're calling in your empress, the external manifestation of it. And it's almost as if this false karmic was a symbol for how close you really were. And life sent you that false karmic to really, really, really try to like bury you in your core to your fundamental. And what it really truly did was reveal to you that you are your own empress and you are your own emperor. And when you have that revelation internally, then you could track that externally, which is super cool. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? For that Emperor-Empress Union card to come out means like you are not playing at all. Spirit, gratitude, joy, love, and light, best possible messages at this time. Spirit, gratitude, joy, love, and light, best possible messages at this time. Because Because you've been there, you've done that, you've become that. And you're not impressed by any of it. And so you're in this crazy, like, position where you rather be alone. Because you've heard it all and you've done it all. And you're just, like, over it. And so in a way, you are almost healing and reflecting. And as you do that, in comes this kind of perfectly waited for opportunity that carries with it more personal freedom, more content, more satisfaction, more where you want to be. Read them and weep, baby. So while you're doing this, remembering and seeing how death is cycling out this, with it becomes a newness, Ace of Pentacles behind the death, and with that becomes your personal content, satisfaction, freedom, and boom, legacy. Because it's undeniable at this point. It's undeniable. What you're about, what you're willing to do. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you might have moments of antsiness. You might have periods of stagnancy. You might have moments of, like, you know, whatever. Feeling like, what's this all for? But then right away, you know what to do to kind of pull yourself from that, right? Maybe I have to have a little bit of a spiritual moment. Maybe I have to, you know, sun gaze a little bit. Maybe I have to do mantras. Maybe I have to, you know, restart a little bit. And if that means doing that for a little bit, taking a moment, getting my psychic energy back together, and then just continuously kind of setting myself up for, like, greatness, you know? And then I could get back into the rhythm of doing this, doing that, you know, whether it's like listening to music, whether it's doing a reading, whether it's, but you know what not to do, right? You know what not to do, you know, and that is probably even coming with, like, your personal thinking and feeling habits, right? So I know what to expect. I know what I could relax into, right? I know that this is already done. I've already met my quota. I already met my daily goals because everything's on autopilot. So I might as well just relax, right? Sometimes we try to do these things where, like, we manifest. Sometimes we try to feel, like, excited, happy, whole, complete, as if I'm in union. But maybe that's not the right thing. Maybe the right thing is to already get ahead of what you know is a guarantee in your own personal microcosmic world, which is, I know I'm going to meet this quota. I know I'm going to do this, that, and the third. So let me just relax into it. And then now that bubble of relaxation compounds and becomes more and more. And it could shoot off into other offshoots of realms and rungs of, you know, hyperbole. Meaning, like, other stratas of bigger and better manifestations. Like, I know I'm going to be, you know, wealthy, and I know that I am healthy, and I know that my health is my wealth. And so therefore I can relax because I'm already wealthy because I have my health. And then it's like some semblance of, like, damn, I enjoyed my youth. At least I could say that, you know? But ultimately it's like, say I have, like, a daily quota and I know it's only a matter of time before I make it. Let me just act as if, right? That act as if is that old school kind of rendition of what Joe Dispenza calls, like, manifestation. And so then likewise, if you know that, like, you're a catch and you're a quality person and there's thankfully, thank God, I could have a certain amount of confidence in whatever it is. Doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but it's like, I know this is coming down the pike. I know this is coming down the pipeline. Let me just relax and act as if I'm already there and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And even more so to add to your confidence is if you know that you've been to the quote unquote proverbial promised land already, you know how it feels. And you're just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, this is amazing. Wow, this is amazing. And before you know it, you've like kind of just like, reverse engineered this kind of like everything that's coming to you, right? And you're like just relaxing into it. And like every which way to deal with anything else that is other than that kind of amazingness, even if it means in space and time. Because now space and time is like you just kind of relaxing into it and just being like, in a way, I already did it. In a way, it's already done. So it's like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So that informs and spins like your outlook, right? So now you're not all like heavy up on it. Now you're just more like relax and chill. Like, yeah, it's going to happen. And now you're more like trusting in like, the ebb and flow of it all, right? Because now you're like, wait, this is what I did. Like, I'm not going to beat myself up for thinking about something and then not initiating it. Like, I'm going to trust myself that, like, this is my time to do this. This is my time to be this. This is my time to be here. And it's all good. It's chill. It's going to happen. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I really do think that, like, a lot of this is kind of giving yourself credit, letting go, and just continuing to trust your training and your patterns and letting go. Yeah. Just trying to see if I see anything here in particular. Yeah, the only thing I would say more so is to lean into the new and less of the past, right? lot of emphasis on outlook. As if like a lot of like don't feel as though like you're in a holding pattern. Know that there's no holding pattern, there's no speeding up or slowing down, or that's a seduction, right? The seduction is like you got to do this thing so as to speed up this thing. Like you have to take this medicine so as to do this, that, and the third. And that doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Right? You still got to kind of be true to who you are. That's where we want. Yeah, I mean, I just continuously keep on feeling that despite whatever happened, your legacy is locked in. And as the more and more you continue to really relax in that your legacy is locked in. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, because you're on the right side. You're on the right side of history. If that makes sense. And I think that you got to kind of see that in the bigger picture, is that you're in the right, that you're on the right side of history. So, you know what I'm saying? So. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Feel free to like, share, follow, reach out for one-on-one reading. Love and light to you guys. Peace.